Yep, it's time to load that. With Cal and Red. Well, they're loaded and locked down. All right, camper is all loaded. Tractors are back here behind this door. Have everything in there. There's cushions for the back bed once I get the tractor out. That's all ready to go. We're all hooked up here. Just need to plug that in and the cord in when I leave out in the morning. Pickup's loaded up. Got some random stuff there. Dog food, my gas, jack just in case, grill, generator. Pickup's ready to go. All the tires are filled to spec and ready to haul. Just need to pull in the side and lift the jacks, Put my block in the back of the pickup. Put my power cable in the camper. And we're ready to go. Well, we had a Haspin casualty. Red took a dump, literally. Frame tires all bent, front end's bent, hood's bent, it's caved in. Looks like I'll fix it up and put that style hood back on it. But I think this hood's done for. we're headed back to camp. I'm good.
You upset bear. Come on, bear. What are you doing here?
I just got wet.
Just ignore him, bear.
There's the trip all the way through. Hey guys, Mighty Ray's here. Spent the last 2.5 days at Haspin this year. It was a pretty fun time. Now we are at our not necessarily a halfway point between there and home, but it's a state park here in southern Illinois. It's called Dixon Springs. It's a pretty nice place, pretty quiet. There's some mowers going on down the way, but it's a pretty nice place. But anyway, we're here camping. We're going to stay a couple nights, see some sights. We've been here several times before. I recommend seeing the Garden of the Gods. But here's Cal in red. Cal is still in the same condition as when I left. Only thing wrong with it is probably a stretch belt. Can't say the same for red. Let me check these wheel bearings. Last time I went to Haspin, they wore out. Not this time. New wheel bearings are holding true. But anyway, red on the other hand. So you can see the little drops on the ground there. And on the brake drum, I seem to have sprung leaks on both sides. This side's completely missing the seal at the end, but that's no biggie. The bigger issue is you see right here The tower is not supposed to be bent over like that. You can see the bolt there behind the cable. You can see the dent and the gash opening right here where the front grill cut into this because it got pulled out and ripped back in. If I fall back, well, you can see the fog light, but you can see a little bit of bend to the front bumper. That's not a big deal. But anyway, yeah, the daughter was riding red and had some mechanical issues, and it ended up causing her to roll it. Luckily, it wasn't in a tight spot. It was at a wider part of a trail, and she's okay. It did end up landing on her, but it didn't land on her too bad. It way she rolled, she lucked out because it's mostly all in the nose. But like I said, she's got a couple bruises, but all in all good. But going to have to do some repairs to red. I need to check the intake a little closer on for the carburetor area, because when this was all crushed in, it was touching the engine. So I did some straightening out at Haspin. That was all mangled. The whole front of the hood was crushed down. Probably right about here is where this curve right here was probably right about here. And on the way back, this lens popped out. So luckily we didn't run it over, but it handled it pretty well. I don't know if you can see from here, but you can see right through here it's all bent. So that whole front end will have to be rebuilt. But that's no biggie. You can see this held up pretty well, because right through here is bent back and down. This right here should really be right about here. So I guess my welds are actually semi-okay. But Cal held up like a tank. No issues at all. Just a stretch belt if I got going in fourth gear. Sometimes if I let off pressed on the clutch, it would the belt might fall off, but that was only twice. Once I figured that out, it was no issue again. But anyway, giving you a little update. We're set to head home in about 2 more days, and I'll bust into them and see if there's anything else. Oh, I will say, check this wheel bearing. Nope, wheel bearings there are good too. I use the same ones. I use the same hubs. The engine on red, I will say that it's going to have to be rebuilt. Just after the first ride, you can see how dark and black that oil is. It was that color right out of the gate. And I put fresh oil in it when we left. You can see the drop there, how black it is. That, and it started blowing a lot of black smoke, so that tells me it's running way rich, and it was blowing some oil as well. I'm pretty certain the rings are shot. I haven't rebuilt that engine. I've just put new head gaskets on it, that's all. So I'll need to do it like I did Cal. Cal's oil still looks brand new after being rebuilt, and after all these rides, and right now it still looks good. Let's see if I can get in there. Got myself too tight to the camper. Yeah, I was very impressed with Cal. Oh, looky there. Come on, hood. There we go. Here's the looky here. I have a stick stuck in my tire. Didn't even go flat. Alright. Let's take a look here. Look at that. It's still brown, still clean. Engine on Cal doesn't like to be cold, but once it warms up, it's a beast. So anyway, there you go. I'll catch up with you a little bit later when we get home. As you can see there, one of those tires don't belong. Well, actually on the other side, as you can see, that's the back of the camper. On the other side of the camper, that tire caught a nail and went flat. So I had to use my spare. Well, on our way back from Haspin, coming across Indiana, just crossed over into Illinois, I noticed that at one of our gas stops that the tire, where this white rimmed one is, had gone bald and the tread was starting to separate. That's not good, considering I had a ways to go still. So I just happened to walk into, well, actually, I walked into the camper place. That's the sister company to where I bought the camper, and they don't sell tires. Who would have thought? Oh, we can order them, that's what they said, but that might be a week, 2 weeks. I'm not there that long. Next door was a Menards, and they had some trailer tires, so I bought that trailer tire. It's not the right, it's the same 205 ST 205 75 14, but it's a D for like your flatbed with rail type trailers, but it's all they had. It has enough poundage that I went with it, and that tire made it from Marion in Illinois all the way home, several hundred miles. But the front two set were okay, but I do notice that the center tread is starting to wear down. It's kind of wonky, and I wasn't speeding on the way home. I kept it right at or below 60. So I actually rather enjoyed driving that slow with the camper. It was a whole lot less stressful than trying to go a little faster. Camper handles fine, but when semis go by, when you're going 65, 70, it does tend to blow on the back half of the camper and cause you to get a little wobbly, but not too much. Nothing that I can't control. But anyway, right over here is the nail tire, completely flat, no good. And as you can see, the balding here, and it's splitting, and you can just see the cords right there inside, and there's another pop. But I do not know why this tire wore like it did. I just have no clue. But anyway, we're back safe and all's good. We'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.